Hey guys, welcome to my channel. In today's video we are going to be checking out something really cool. So in today's video we are going to be checking out some of the latest launched beers here in India, and not only that is I'm going to be showing you some of my personal favorites, and I'll be giving you a little information about each new alcohol available here. And also, if you're new to the channel, my name is Moses J. Sildana and I'm a YouTuber from Goa, and I do a lot of videos on food, alcohol and places to check out, guys. So let's go and try out all these new brands and let me explain a little bit of information about them. So the first thing I want to start off with is, because I'm a local Goan and I want to show you guys a little bit about my heritage, which is from Goa, is I'm going to show you a drink which is magical. This is very powerful. This is called Kaju Lana. Okay, this is let me just show you here. So this is Kaju Lana. This is feni from Goa. Now there are many different feni brands in Goa, but this is something that you will always find in my house because it's a local brand and it's called Kaju Lana. It's pure Kaju feni. It's cheaper than most of the other brands. So this costs 180 rupees. And guys, okay, let me tell you some of the benefits of having feni. Now feni was a thing that my grandmother and all grandparents in Goa, to your parents in Goa, will tell you about. You have a cold, you have a cough or whatever, you have 2 sips of this and your chest is as clear as ever, guys. So this is your Kaju feni. The first thing, this is the king of drinks in Goa. Every local would know about feni, but this is one of my favorite choices, Kaju Lana. Now let's go on to something which is rarely talked about and most people don't even know about this drink. Okay, so now this looks like a regular bottle of water, right? So basically what this is this is a queen of drinks in Goa. I would call it actually the king of drinks. This particular drink is called urak, okay, in Goa. So now this is, it looks like water, but you just have to pour it in a glass with some limca, soda, lemon and salt, and this makes an amazing drink. Now the thing is, what happens is people think that I never get high with this. Why? Is if you drink urak, you have to have a lot of breeze. The more breeze that you have, I don't know how this scientifically works, but the more breeze that you have, the higher you will get, and it is such an amazing trip. You will love it. It's like the more breeze you sit in front of an air condition, you'll be so high, but the moment you get it out in the sun or in the heat, you'll be back to complete normal almost. So it's an amazing drink to try and something I would definitely recommend when you come to Goa. So okay, let's start with the beers first. Now guys, most of you have already tried out Kingfisher, Budweiser, you know, your regular Tuborg. These are things that are very common. So let's talk about some new beers. Okay, so now there's a new brand in Goa. It's not very new, it started a couple of years ago. Now this brand is called 8 Finger Eddie. For example, this particular beer is called the 8 Finger Eddie. This is launched by a brand called Goa Brewing Company. So it's basically a small brewing company here in Goa which makes small batches of alcohol, and they have different types of alcohols. I'll show you other bottles of theirs as well. But this is, now 8 Finger Eddie basically is an alcohol which is 6% alcohol. Okay, so this is a little higher than your standard Kingfisher or Budweiser, which is around 4 or 5%. So this is 6%. Not only that, okay, let me just tell you, this is basically an Indian Pale Ale. Okay, so this is called an IPA, so Indian Pale Ale. So a lot of microbreweries and craft beers are known as Indian Pale Ale, IPA. Okay, so remember that. Okay, so 8 Finger Eddie was a brand. The inspiration basically was taken by a hippie from the 60s who was called 8 Finger Eddie. So he was like this guy who put Goa on the map, and that's why I'm starting off with this one, because he put Goa on the map and made Goa famous with hippies. That's the story. And basically what happens is, the story goes that he had 8 fingers, so that's why they called it 8-finger Eddie. Let's try out something new. Let me show you another one, which is also by the Goa Brewing Company. So now this is a wheat ale. So this is also okay. So now this, I forgot to show you the price of the 8-finger Eddie. So let me just tell you the price. So the price is 125 rupees for this one. This is the price basically from Goa, not in other states. I don't know the price in other states, you can check. So this particular one is a little cheaper option. This is only 4.5% alcohol, so this is less strong than the 8-finger Eddie. So this is the wheat ale. So this is again by the same company, which is the Goa Brewing Company, which is craft beer basically. Okay, so this one costs 85 rupees. So we have, okay, so we have already checked out 2 of the craft beers. So these are manufactured here in Goa itself. Now let's check out something which is new, which is happening. These are also brands that have been, this is a new brand that has been launched in Goa. Now this is basically called Maka. Okay, in Konkani, which is local Goan language, Maka means give me. Okay, so this is a Belgian triple. Now this is a finely crafted beer from Goa. Okay, now basically this is also a pale ale. Okay, so this is a, looks cool, the bottle is really cool. Something about Maka brand is, this is an 8% alcohol, guys. So 7 to 8%. So this is typically much stronger than your regular Kingfisher or Budweiser. So if you're drinking this, go slow. They also have other versions which are lighter, but this is something I personally like. So of course guys, none of these are sponsored. This is not a sponsored video. None of these alcohols brands sponsored me. This is just my personal opinions and I'm showing you. So this is Maka. This is a really new beer and 8%. So remember, it's going to be quite strong compared to this thing, but it is this the level of bitterness is not really high. Okay, I forgot to also tell you the bitterness level of this one also is not high at all. So you have that nice smooth texture to it. Of course this is very light for me personally. The wheat one is pretty light. Okay, so let's talk about something else. Let's talk about something which of course is very strong. Okay, now this is something which will knock your socks off. Okay, so this is Bro Code. Now Bro Code is, everybody keeps saying this is India's strongest beer. Okay, so now let me tell you something about Bro Code. Now Bro Code isn't a beer at all actually. So this is let me just say, this is a brut. You know, brut is like a form of champagne, and also like it's a brut and an IPA, which is your Indian pale ale. Okay, so this is 15% alcohol, guys. So 15% alcohol means you have 2 of these and you are done for the night. I mean, honestly, like for somebody like me who can drink like 10 or 20 Kingfishers easily, 2 or 3 of these and I am out, guys. But what happens is, this does not hit you like your conventional alcohol where you just drink it and boom, you're knocked out. It gives you this nice slow high. So I would probably recommend drinking it very slowly, like you would drink a wine or a champagne. So you just sip on it slowly and you'll get this beautiful high, you know, for a long time. So instead of wasting time and we're wasting money and buying a lot of different brands and buying a lot of different bottles, you just buy a couple of these, save some money. Okay, this costs only 100 rupees here in Goa and it is really something to try. So if you've never tried it, the taste might not be for everybody, but if you want to try something new, I would definitely recommend that. So since we are talking about Bro Code, they have launched another drink Now this is something that I think I'm going to have for myself in the long run. So this is called the Bro Seltzer. Okay, so this is something which is very unique. So what happens is this particular alcohol does not have okay, let me just tell you the strength of this alcohol. So how much percentage of alcohol is there in this? So okay, before we get on to the percentage, let me just tell you something. So this is the lime spiked flavor. It costs 80 rupees and this is only 91 calories. So what happens is a typical beer is about 200 calories. So that is if you want to lose weight or you want to maintain your weight and you don't want to gain weight, then you need something which is low in calories. So this is something which is something you should try, which is called the Bro Seltzer. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but this only has 0% sugar, no artificial flavoring or something. And yeah, so let me just tell you something. So a typical beer is 200 calories, gin and tonic is 270 calories, wine is 300 calories, and an average cocktail is 400 calories. So that's the amount of calories. So that's why you gain so much weight when you're drinking those kind of drinks. So this is something which is very cool. This is only 5% alcohol. It's something you should try. I would recommend it, and it tastes nice as well. Okay, so those are the bro code, and this is 80 rupees. The bro code is 100 rupees. And let's get on to something new. Okay, so this over here is a cocktail. Now this is a cocktail by Obey Fab. I don't know if that's the correct pronunciation. So this is Obey Fab. Now this particular drink is a cosmopolitan. Now what happens is most people, you know, whenever you buy something for a woman, ladies, I'm sorry, I'm not being judgmental, but most ladies, you know, they like to drink a breezer. Now people think, okay, if I have a breezer and I have this one, it's similar. Now the thing is, what a breezer typically is around 4.8% alcohol, and a cocktail like this is 8% alcohol. So keep in mind, ladies, if you're having something like this, definitely remember to not overdrink, because 8%, it is very sweet. So what happens is when you're having a sweet drink like this, you don't really realize how much you're drinking, because it's like a cocktail. So it is a cocktail basically. So it's crafted with vodka, cranberry, triple sec and lime. Okay, so interesting. This is 110 rupees. They have a lot of different flavors, and if you're going to have one or two drinks, this is something you have on the beach. You know, you want to have a nice time, pair it with some nice food. Great. Okay, all of these drinks, you have to learn how to pair them with the right food, and I guarantee you will enjoy them. So okay, then something which is also a cool thing, which is called mead. So this is moonshine. This is a brand called Moonshine. It is made from 100% natural honey. Okay, so let me just tell you something about mead. Mead is basically moonshine. It is made out of honey. This particular one is an Christmas apple pie mead. So apple pie, so basically a Christmas apple pie. So let me just show you the bottle, what it looks like. Okay, so this is 6.5% alcohol. Moonshine is like something which is, the sweetness is between a beer and a cider. So if you've tried a cider before, it's in between that, and this is something really cool. The taste is really nice. I mean, I personally like the taste of these. There are many different flavors that you get in these, and it tastes really good. And of course, because it is 6.5% alcohol, I don't know why, but I feel I get high quite easily with this. So I would recommend this. It's 150 rupees. This is not something that you go chugging down. This is something that you enjoy and, you know, have it relaxed. You have a nice drink and enjoy the drink basically, guys. So we're done with beers. Let's get on to alcohols, guys. Okay guys, so now we are going to move on to alcohol. Now these are hard alcohols. Now something which you have to try when you come to Goa is a drink called Cabo. So now Cabo is basically very similar to a brand called Malibu. So basically it's a coconut liquor. So you put this with pineapple juice and water, and you drink it. It tastes amazing. So this is one of my favorite. It's a coconut liquor, absolutely delicious. Something when you come to Goa you have to try. Okay, something else that you have over here, this is my personal favorite blended scotch. Okay, so this has got so many medals. I don't know, this has like 500 medals in alcohol prizes. So this is basically called Divar's white label. Okay, so this costs only 1,350. Now Divar's basically does not make their own alcohol. So what happens is Divar's, these are master blenders. They buy alcohol from other brands and they compile them together and make this amazing drink. So that is why this is an amazing drink. This is one of my favorite. Okay guys, so I just showed you my favorite whiskey. Now let's go on to Legion. Now this is a brand which is basically made in India. It's made by a master blender, Mr. NJ Menon. Okay, so he's a guy who has made a lot of premium whiskey all over India. He's a master blender, so he's created some of the best whiskeys. And now he has finally created his own brand, which is called Legion. Now Legion is compared basically to VAT 69 or in that level. This only costs 600 rupees and it is a nice smooth drink. Okay, it is, I mean, it has a nice texture to it, and if you're going to have a nice cool evening, you want to try that out. Okay, let me show you something else. This is not an alcohol basically, but this is called One Peg. Now One Peg is basically water. Now why would I show you water? Okay, so now basically One Peg is, okay, let me just show you. So this is One Peg. Okay, so this basically does what? So this is not your standard drinking water. This is a water when you put with your alcohol like whiskeys, like your Divar's or anything like that. It is supposedly supposed to make your drink much smoother, so compared to regular water. So this costs 90 rupees, and if you want to try it, you should definitely try it out and see the difference, because it makes a difference, because it makes your alcohol kind of nice and smooth. So this is called One Peg. It's available online, I think on Amazon or whatever. If it's available online, I'll post the link. So this is something really cool to try. Makes your whiskey smoother. So you can buy a basic whiskey and you put this, make your whiskey feel much more premium and smooth. Okay, so something which is, I mean, it's new in India right now. This has been around for many years. This is called Fireball. So this is Fireball, which is a cinnamon whiskey. Okay, and cinnamon whiskey means it is a cool drink. It tastes like an apple pie basically. If you've ever eaten an apple pie, that is what it tastes like, and it has this nice cinnamon hot flavor to it. So especially if you're in a place which is quite cold, I would recommend that, because it gives you this nice fire feeling and it is absolutely amazing. Okay guys, so that is it from the new beers here in India and the Goa, and some of my personal recommendations. Thank you for watching. Please comment below which is your favorite one, and I'll be more happy to say hi to you guys. So thank you for watching. Please do like and subscribe.